Okay, so I start off with this Benefit Professional Face Primer just on my nose area because that is where my larger pores are, and that just helps fill them in. Next, I use this Mary Kay Sunscreen Primer to prime the rest of my face and also give myself a little bit of extra protection throughout the day because I do run on the paler side. Then I like to go in with this Mary Kay Under Eye Corrector, which has more of an orangey color, which helps with discoloration, especially under the eye area where I do get some dark circles and sometimes a little bit of redness and whatnot. Then I like to take this Mary Kay concealer that is the same color as my skin tone and spot conceal any of my problem areas and just blend that into the skin. I don't normally go in with this concealer on a daily basis, but because today was a little bit of a heavier glam look than my actual everyday makeup, I went in with this NARS concealer to really brighten up my under eye area and also the other high points on my face, like the middle of my forehead and the bridge of my nose and my chin. I also like to use whatever excess I have of this to prime my eyelids for my eyeshadow. Then I finally go in with my Mary Kay Matte 3D foundation, and I'm a caker, so I really pack it on because I love a lot of coverage. And please excuse my facial expressions, I was watching a TV show while filming this, so don't mind me. But I love this foundation, I wear it every day, haven't found one like it, so definitely recommend. Next, I go in with this mineral powder foundation that is about half a shade lighter than my actual skin tone, and I really focus it on my under eyes and also around my mouth and my smile lines and even around kind of like my nostril area because those are just the places where I tend to crease the most throughout the day, and it also just helps kind of brighten those areas as well, so there's a little bit of contrast in my makeup look. I've been trying out this Tarte bronzer. I've been kind of using it more as a contour because bronzer and contour to me are the exact same thing. I'm sorry, but that is my personal opinion. I like it, but I don't think it's for me just because it is a little bit shiny. So if you run on the oily side, I would not exactly suggest this, just a heads up. But it is a good bronzer slash contour. Next, I'm going in with this Space Case Cosmetics blush, which is a cream to powder type blush, and I do like it. It was a little bit difficult to kind of figure out because I already had some powder on my face, so it was kind of lifting that a bit, but once I kind of got the hang of it, it looked really nice and did sit really nicely on the skin, and I loved the color. It was perfect for my skin tone, and it lasted the whole day, and I've used it so much since this video. Finally moving on to eyeshadow, and you guys, these eyeshadows, this formula, why did I ever doubt Nikkie Tutorials? Like, I saw this palette in Ulta and I was like, wow, that's such a beautiful palette, and then I got a gift card and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it, but I didn't expect it to be my favorite palette immediately, and I literally wore it every day for a week. And every single customer that I saw at work that entire week, like practically every single customer was like, what is on your eyes? Even guys were like, your makeup is so good. And I was like, I know, like this palette, like, is the bomb. If you are going to choose one nudes palette, choose this palette. Also, the colors, I can't remember which ones I used, so I'm sorry. If I figure it out, I'll link it in the description below, but that was just my little rant on Juvia's Place. Like, so good. Before I do my brows and mascara, I always like to take a powder foundation that is the color of my skin and just put that a little bit all over my face to kind of blend everything together. And it also helps, like, if you put on too much blush, you can kind of soften that. If you have a little bit of eyeshadow fallout, you can just sweep that off with it, all of that good stuff, and also blending the neck for sure. But yeah. I picked up these ColourPop gel liners at Ulta because they had them on sale, and they are amazing, and I love them just for a little pop of color on the lower lash line and on the tight line, and it just kind of brings your whole makeup look together, and they work perfectly with this palette especially. The middle shade in this palette, you can't really see it in the picture, but it is the perfect like highlighting shade for the inner corner, the tip of your nose, your cupid's bow, even your cheeks, and I love using it as that. Like, I love multi-purpose eyeshadows. Next, I go in with my Mary Kay Brow Definer Pencil, and I kind of just outline the inner corner of my eyebrow just because my hairs there are very light, and I also fill in the rest of my eyebrow with some color and any other spaces, and kind of give my eyebrow a little more shape just because they're kind of funky shaped. I've come a long way with learning to love my eyebrows, but I've figured out a routine, slowly but surely. Once I've finished filling them in with the brow pencil and kind of brushing that product through, I like to go in with the tinted brow mascara to help set it and also add a little color to any places I may have missed, or just add a little extra volume. I was going to wear falsies today, but I didn't want to fail on camera, so I just went for my Holy Grail mascara instead, which still looks amazing, if I do say so myself. Obviously, we gotta set that face so it stays all day. Lastly, I went in with this Powder Puff Lippy from NYX, which these are probably one of my Holy Grail lip products, and Best Buds is one of my favorite colors. These are so creamy and smooth, and they just make your lips look so like plump and blown out and beautiful, and I love them. Get them! Alright, that completes my glamish everyday makeup routine. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.